Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Esports Caster Invitational, brought to you by EsportsEarnings and Matcherino. We are going into the next game. This could be short and to the point, as it is Feardragon versus TKL in a Protoss versus Protoss matchup.
Yeah, and both of these guys haven't shown a lot of desire to play a game longer than 6 minutes, so... You know what they say though, when two negatives become a positive. So that might be something to look forward to. When two cheesers meet each other, do they cheese each other or do they play a macro game? I don't know because I don't cheese, but I'm very curious what will happen.
Oh yes, it will certainly be a clash of the titans here on Sequencer, which I must attest is not a map I have ever actually seen played before.
Yeah, it's a very special map once again. This map pool has a lot of interesting maps for sure, ones that we haven't seen before. Very long map, lots of weird bases with a couple of mineral patches, a single gas. So when you go into a macro game, that becomes weird. But I think if you're TKL, you look at this map, all you really think about is how fast can I get to the opponent's base and where do I put my my proxy pylon.
It'll take forever. I'm looking at the actual rush distance on this map, and it's pretty damn lengthy, honestly. He's going to make his way over there. He finds the optimal path, but yeah, it's a pretty long rush distance. Anyway, let's introduce our players before we see what the strategies, let's generously call them that, will be cooked up here in this matchup. To the northeast position, the man who had the honor of taking a map from Artosis. In the purple trunks playing Protoss, it is TKL. Versus his opponent to the southwest position, part of the infamous Old Boys Club, the Caster Clan, the reason why pro players are suffering financially. In the blue trunks, also playing Protoss, it is Feardragon.
Yeah, and Feardragon is the first one to put down his proxy pylon. TKL actually is also going to put down a proxy pylon, so this is going to be a great game.
I can't wait. That is wonderful. And it's a perfect time to mention that if for some reason you wish to wear the faces of these players on your chest, you can do that by clicking the link in the title of the description over on twitch.tv/ESL_SC2. Head on over to Matcherino. It helps contribute to the prize pool because this caliber of play deserves all your money. And a tournament of this magnitude must be immortalized in cloth of some sort that is worn on the body. You can forever remember the majesty that you have experienced here today.
Yeah, and if you want to wear the face of someone who plays something that resembles a StarCraft a little bit more than what these two guys are doing, of course you can also buy one of the shirts of Artosis, Rotterdam, or Coca, one of the other boys. But if you're more of my second pylon is in my opponent's base kind of guy, then definitely get Feardragon or TKL's t-shirt.
It's what I like to call StarCraft. StarCraft in a sense. You know? In the meantime, TKL killing the probe. He spotted the proxy Twilight Council, which despite the absolutely massive size of this map, Feardragon failed to hide, and that's going to suck.
Yeah, that's basically the plan for Feardragon, but he did manage to get the Dark Shrine up in his main base.
He did. Like that is going to go down. And weirdly enough, because it's not something that I usually consider, Dark Shrine without Twilight Council still lets you build DTs, right? Doesn't prevent you from doing that.
It definitely does. It's a very old one, a build where you only proxy your Twilight Council and not your Dark Shrine. It kind of gives your opponent two opportunities to spot what you're doing. So very interesting choice for sure. If you take a look at Feardragon's proxy pylon on the right side, it also is in range of the
Watchtower. Please don't tell me he's going to rebuild the Twilight Council there.
Oh, that would be good.
That would be next level. And TKL with the Adept warp in right outside the base of Feardragon, who does have a couple of Stalkers and a Mothership Core for defense and good amount of pylons for overcharge. But there is also a significant number of Stalkers, and the DTs were not, unfortunately, warped in defensively. So this could be a little bit messy as the all the defenses immediately collapse. But DT Warpin coming in. The question is, can he kill 6 or 7 Stalkers with 1 Dark Templar before critical damage is done? I'm going to go with absolutely not.
Yeah, on the other side of the map, we see the 2DTs trying to put in some work, but there is an Observer, there is a Mothership Core, and Pylons can shoot Feardragon, so this isn't going to do a whole lot, trying to snipe down the robotics facility.
Unfortunately, there is already an Observer, so it's a little late for that.
Yeah, there's actually 2 Observers already, one flying across the map, trying to join with these 3 Stalkers. 21 probes going down already, and this game is looking dark for Feardragon.
I would say so. He believes the same thing. GG, and at this rate, TKL needs to be renamed TKO.
Yes,
Badum Tish. This is what they pay me the big bucks for, ladies and gentlemen. That is 1 game in the best of 3 series, and Feardragon will be issued a participation trophy at this rate. But isn't that just good enough for everybody? We will see. I can't wait to see what he's going to pull out next.
I think the only thing that Feardragon might take away from this tournament is a t-shirt with his own face on it. You know?
The question is, will he be the only one that buys it? Oh my. Actually, we can actually find out how many. I want to know. I wish to know how many Feardragon shirts have been sold at this point. That would be 0. He hasn't even bought his own shirt. That is actually a big sign of a lack of confidence from Feardragon there in his ability to play this tournament.
Yeah. I just checked the chat and they kind of explained the TKO joke to me, so I'm sorry for not laughing. I was a little slow on some things there, Total Biscuit.
It's okay. I generally prefer awkward silence in response to my stupid puns, so don't worry about it. Everything is just fine. I cast with In Control on a monthly basis. This is basically what happens for about 6 hours.
I'm glad to hear. I felt a little bit bad there for a second, but of course...
It's okay. I don't have any feelings anymore. I am on the internet. The next game, Proxima Station, coming up right here. The mighty Feardragon versus TKL on a somewhat more traditional map. As to whether or not that will help remains to be seen. To the northeast position in the Blue Trunks, playing Protoss, it's Feardragon. Versus his opponent to the southwest position, currently up 1 map in this best-of-3 series, looking for that deadly rematch against the mighty Artosis. It's TKL.
Feardragon sending out one of his first probes straight across the map. Will meet with TKL's probe, I believe. So I'm not too sure what Feardragon's plan is here. Might be some kind of cannon rush, but this probe is extremely early. This is something I haven't seen before, I must admit. Yeah, it's a fort.
It is indeed. Cannon's a very real possibility. This is not exactly a map in which the rush distance would allow you to hide this forge, but it is a map that would allow that probe to get across. As long as probe, he doesn't lose it, which he hasn't. He's going to start with the pylon down there. I mean, this is going to get scouted.
Yeah.
And the gas is going to get stolen there by TKL.
Yeah, this is... I have a hard time seeing this work, Total Biscuit, but please surprise me here, Feardragon. His first probe does get caught a little bit, already 2 hits on it.
A little bit of a ding on the shields there. Building more pylons, which is a solid plan. That photo cannon is going up. The question is, can he get anything on the high ground? TKL's like, nope, that is not going to happen in a million years. Don't even think about it. He gets a pylon down. Now he's got to pull some probes. He must shut that down. No, and I think he will be able to do that. But look at the economic mining time loss in this situation. There's another probe! Feardragon! More pylons going down on the high ground. There is, however, unfortunately now a Zealot.
And the second probe goes down as well, which means there will be no possibility for cannons on the high ground. There's 2 pylons, which is great for Feardragon, but pylons don't shoot unless you have a mothership core. So, yeah.
that is a bit of a problem. But it has prevented Feardragon from getting supply blocked for at least the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, at this rate for sure. His supply isn't even growing at this point anymore. But
absolutely, that means he can never be supply blocked. Hugely high-level strategy. At which point he immediately leaves to ensure that TKL doesn't discover any more of his secret builds.
Yeah, it's impressive. I think Feardragon might be the fastest player ever to leave a tournament in total time in series. I think his series in total might have accumulated to 10, 12 minutes. What is it?
Something along those lines. Still better value than a UFC pay-per-view. Regardless, TKL moves on to once again face Artosis. If you would like to appreciate the meta-shattering greatness of Feardragon by buying a t-shirt with his face on it, you can do that. The link is in the title of the stream at twitch.tv/ESL_SC2. And I can't post it because I will actually get timed out from the chat, showing that there was some thought that needed to be put into the promotional strategy of this event. Regardless of that, we are moving on to the final matchup, potentially the most exciting and thrilling conclusion to Group D in the Esports Caster Invitational, brought to you by EsportsEarnings and Match Reno. We'll take a very short break before that because Todd needs ad revenue, and when we come back, the final best of 3 of this series.